You want to check one more time? Got sound?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Got sound or not? This is the KIA EV6. It comes in two configurations in Singapore. There's the base version rear-wheel drive, which is 255,000 Singapore dollars. The one I have next to me is the top of the range GT line long-range dual model. This one is 290,000 Singapore dollars. In this video, I'll give you a full tour of the KIA EV6. Talks about the pros and cons, go to a nearby charger, show you the charging experience, and give you my final verdict for this EV. Click subscribe to stay updated to more videos on EVs. Let's start with the exterior tour of this Kia. So the first thing you notice is the new Kia logo, KIA here. It's a refreshed logo that all the new cars have, and it has something that Teslas do not have, which is a radar down here. Apart from the radar, which helps you to detect nearby cars, you've got a front bumper camera, you've got a front driver's camera, and you notice from the front a very sharp look. This car, it does rain, so you can see some raindrops here coming down nicely. The metallic silver color here, which is one of their default colors, really accentuates the shape of this car. This is actually the brother from another mother of the Hyundai Ioniq 5. They share a same system and architecture, but the design from the exterior is very different. This is a more sporty car, and it also rides lower. These are fake wheels. Got a number plate here. Thank you so much to the Cycle Carriage KIA team for allowing me to test drive this car for 2 days. Now let's go to the sides. You see nice LED lights by the side, very sharp design. Wheels are 19-inch. These 19-inch wheels here, they are from Kamho. So Korean car, Korean tires. As we head behind, you will then see there are cameras next to the side mirror. This helps with the blind spot detection. As we go further down, these are the auto presenting handles. And here, you have a nice sunroof, a glass roof, that opens up only for the front passengers. Further down, you look at all the sharp design by the side. So as you pull back, you can really see a very nice, low, sporty design of this car. We head back to reveal the charger. So at the back, this is the charge port. You press and the charge port will open. But you must make sure that the car is unlocked. So you unlock with the car keys and you press again, the charge port opens. The charge port shows you the state of charge. We are around 60% state of charge with these indicator lights. There's the slow type 2 charging, and you've got to pull this flap out to reveal the whole CCS charging. Now Teslas don't have this, and I always wonder why so many EV brands need this. Does it really help with safety? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. So this is just one small thing that's here. One mistake I used to make with Tesla charge ports and other brands is I used to manually close the charge port, which I learned is not good for the motors. It may heat it up. So the best way is for brands like Tesla, let it close by itself. For the KIA EV6, press this button to close the charge port. This other button here is vehicle to load, to charge your appliances. Let's say there's a blackout. That's very rare in Singapore, or maybe you go camping. You want to charge your heaters or cook some food, or even a laptop. You press this, charge port closes. You've got very nice lights by the side here. These are the ultrasonic sensors, which Teslas no longer have as well. All the new cars have removed them purely for vision. In the back, you see the GT line logo, and Cycle Carriage KIA is one of the distributors for this car in Singapore. Now, let's talk about the trunk. One thing cool about the KIA EV6 is that the trunk is auto-presenting. So if my hands are full, I walk towards the car. You hear this chime? After 5 chimes, the trunk opens. Hands-free. I can put my bags for all my groceries inside. You've seen other cars at the Polestar 2, you put your foot and it opens. Now the practical benefit about being hands-free and foot-free is in other countries like where there's winter or the slippery floors, if I did this, I may slip. So this is the most convenient way to actually open the trunk. I love this. Now let's talk about the trunk since we have it open. So you can see my filming bags, all my gear behind here. There reveals another floor. If you want to remove this, there's more depth. And you've got a tire charging kit, a tire mobility kit to repair your tires. Put extra things down here. This socket here and down here, it reveals more chargers. There's a 12-volt charger here. You can tether to your seat, and you've got this to actually just cover the back of your trunk, like so. So just pull back. Very simple, very easy to use. There is a handle to close the trunk, but the easiest way to do it is just to press this button. The car looks great and very sharp from behind as well. A lot of people who are interested in this car love the sporty design. So you go back to this corner here. It just gives you another no-slung view of this car. It looks great. No complaints on the exterior. People like it. It's a very bold design. Now, let's head inside the front seat. To unlock this car, all you need is the driver's key. In your pocket, it's fine. You walk towards the car, detect the key, everything opens up. Pull open the door, like so, and you head right in. As we come inside, there's one more thing I want to show you about the exterior. By the way, you see the seats come in as you slide right in. It goes back as you slide right out as well, and we exit the car. Now, there is a frunk and there's some space to store items. The only way to open the frunk for this car is through this latch on the driver's side, down here. You pull this up, you hear the sound, the frunk is open. Let's check out the front. This is the frunk of the KIA EV6. Now you can't just lift it up because it's got a latch underneath. So you've got the pull left for this latch to open to reveal the frunk. Now other EVs like the BYD Atto 3 don't have space in the front. This one does. It's a bit smaller, so you open up here. I believe you got around 20 liters for the all-wheel drive. If you get the rear-wheel drive version, it's deeper, there's more space. So you can put narrow tin items like files or maybe some chargers, but you can't put a grocery bag. You can't put a check-in luggage like the Model Y, for instance. Still, my ask is future versions of EVs, give us more front space. It's really important to me personally because we normally reverse park in Singapore, so the front is the most practical place for me to keep my bags. So that's the front. Now, with that, let's really check out the interior. As we get in the car, you notice that it's not fully on yet. The aircon isn't on as well. To turn on the car, there's a start-stop button down here. You see this? You press this, and the car turns on. AC is now on. It's not more comfortable. And you put your phone here for wireless charging. So it's charging my iPhone at the bottom. And let's talk a little bit about this interior. This car also supports Apple CarPlay and also Android Auto, but it is not wireless, it is wired. So you got to connect the wire to one of these charge ports below and connect it to your phone. Unfortunately, I don't have a lightning connector, so next year, actually end of this year, iPhones will go to USB-C and it'll be much easier to connect. There are many reviews showing wireless CarPlay, but otherwise the car's built-in software is pretty decent. It's a very responsive screen. You touch the screen, it will show you different specs about the car, like the range. You can go back, you can see it's very fluid. Now down here, next to the start-stop button, you've got this to turn for reverse, for drive. So let's say you go reverse. It will move the car to reverse mode, and you can actually see the full 360-degree cameras, which is a really cool feature. Teslas do not have this because current Teslas don't have a camera in the front bumper yet. So hopefully future ones do. This is very useful for navigating tight roads and also reversing parking. So I hope this comes to more cars. Really good feature. I love this a lot. Another thing very good is, let's say you go to other modes like drive mode. And if you're driving the car, this button here turns the camera on and off. So this P button, as you press it, it reveals the camera again. Very handy. Now with this car, the turn signals, or you turn left, you can see that there's a camera underneath the side windows. And likewise, you turn right, it shows you on the right side. That's handy. As we're here, let's talk a little bit about what you see in the driver's dashboard. You got your state of charge, 53%. You've got your regen. There are two pedals here to adjust the regen up and down, but this car does not have single pedal driving like a Tesla. You can get as close to it as possible, but you still have to tap your brakes. So I've been using two pedal driving on this car. So if you're an ICE car driver, it's a pretty easy transition coming back to this KIA EV6. Over here, you've got your turn signals on the left stalk. So left, right. You've got your windscreen wipers here on the right stalk. And you've got a lot of buttons here, which is very different from a Tesla. Here are all different auto steer and also lane assist features. On the right are all your media controls. Over here, you see that where the aircon is, it's actually a touchscreen, and you can tap it to change the media and also climate controls. If you want to change the default, you just long press, you wait a while, and you'll ask you what's the default you want, entertainment or climate. So we leave it as it is. One thing this car has that Teslas do not are these seat coolers. So it's very hot for me and my camera person. You can turn on max cooling. So if you lean back, all the way back like that, you will feel your back being cooled. Front passengers only. Rear passengers, sorry. Now you can change the settings. You can make it medium and also low. There is the steering wheel heater, good for cool days, so colder climates. But we don't really need this in Singapore. And you got seat heaters as well. Again, we need seat coolers, which are all these over here. Okay, with that, you've seen the front. Beyond the normal storage space up here, you've got a deep storage down here. You can see this pretty big box being stored down here. So if you want to keep a small tumbler, that is fine. At my side pocket, you can put a small water bottle. That's it. You've got standard driver controls over here. What's really cool about the Kia EV6 is the storage underneath the center console, which is down here. So it's great for handbags and bigger bags. Then you've got all your extra charging ports at the bottom. Good leg space. Now, here, the glove box. It's one of the biggest glove boxes I've seen in a car. This is the glove box. A lot of space, however, it is lower. So if you're sitting over here, actually for the driver, this is a decent spot, right? It's easy for my hands to read something. But for someone sitting in the front passenger seat, a bit low. On top, you've got the controls for the sunroof. You press it. So after rain, you can pull it open and close. You pull it again, and the whole thing opens up, giving you some fresh air. You can hear the birds just now. And you close it. Same thing as a hot day, you can close the whole thing. You've got lights here, which are touch control, or you can just press the center button and turn both on and off. It's very nice and comfortable in front, but let's go check out the back. See you on the other side. Welcome to the back of the Kia EV6. Got my daughter's child seat over here. Kia EV6, like many EVs, they do have what we call EV floors. So the battery is right below us, which means that the floor is a little bit elevated compared to normal ICE cars. So when I'm sitting, you see this space underneath my legs here. So it feels like I'm crouching a little bit. So hopefully with better battery in car technology that the floors can be lower for EVs. But what you get in return, the benefit is all this space here, no transmission tunnel. I can kick my camera person. And of course I can put my daughter's child seat down here. You've got USB-C chargers by the side. You have fancy aircon vents by the side. And there's enough headspace. The back seats can recline. Here, as you pull this down, beyond cup holders, what is cool is this space here allows you to fit in longer items. Golf clubs, for instance. So with this, now that you've seen the whole car, we are going to try the charging experience. So I'm going to go to the front seat. I'm going to show you the SP app as we navigate to the SP charger at Great Wall. See you back in front. Now that my phone is fully charged, it's time to charge our EV. The state of charge is 53%. This 12-inch screen reveals a lot of information for the passenger and also the driver. So I'm going to use the SP app. So Singapore Power is our utility in Singapore. It shows all my energy bills. They also have a section called EV charging at the top. So when I go to EV charging, it will show you all the nearby chargers. Since they already have my credit card, it is more frictionless for me to use SP versus other networks. So the nearest ones we have here is Vantage and Alexandra Road, or we also got Alice in Mediapolis. Before we pick one, let me actually show you the map of SP chargers. For many people considering EV, the concern is, are there enough chargers in Singapore? So if you look at this map, these are just chargers by one network, SP. If you zoom out, there are more than 100 charging stations across our island. So you're never more than 5 minutes away from a charging station here. So now let's pick one of the nearer places. Actually, we can try to go to Alice in Mediapolis. I've never been there before. They do have one DC50, so let's check that out. So I'm going to click on directions and I'm going to go to Google Maps. And it's navigating us there, 9 minutes. So I click start. This is my own phone mount, MagSafe phone mount for my iPhone. I think it's really convenient because I just plug it in, it's charging, it's good to go. To start this car, you go to drive and let's go. Now there are a few drive modes. You see here this button, drive mode. When I click on this button, I can go to sport, eco, less energy consumption, and normal. Let's drive in normal today. Here we go. This car park that we're filming in is a big open space car park next to a famous durian spot in Dempsey. But as you can see in front, the durians are not open yet. You'll notice that the EV6 is quiet. It's actually quieter than the older Teslas. But if you drive the 2023 Teslas, I think it's pretty similar. Tesla has done a great job with noise isolation, but so has Kia. Another good thing about parking in Dempsey is that all parking here is free. The suspension is really comfortable as well. Sport mode will be a bit stiffer, but this one is not as floaty as an Ioniq 5, but it's more comfortable than a Tesla. Okay. So you see as I make a turn, the blind spot cameras will chime if there are other cars. I'm going to go forward because of a road diversion. So I think this implementation is really good. I think it's better than Tesla's implementation because the lights are very clear in the side mirrors. Welcome to Mediapolis. See, every time when a car comes to a stop, my foot is on the brake. The chargers here are normally open because this is an office building, so people are about to head home soon. So it's a good place to charge. You go to the mall right now, most public chargers would usually have cars occupying it. Welcome to Alice. Wonder what it means. And now we need to find the SP charger. I remember when we were doing the BYD Atto 3 video, it was a journey to find the charger. I think people haunt us as well. Okay, we found it. This time, no wild treasure hunt to find the charger. So we just need to find the fast charger. Let's go find it. Okay, we want to get as close to the charger as possible because the charge point in the KIA EV6 is actually on the back right as you saw earlier. So we've got to press the off button. Let's head outside and charge this car. Here at the SP charger, you can see this is slow AC charging and this is the faster DC CCS charging. So what do we need to do? Follow the instructions, plug out the cable. Go ahead and bring this big gun and just move it down inside. Now these cables are heavy, so we are used to the Tesla supercharger cables. This is a workout. We move it down here and I open my charge port. I plug this in. I got to remove this flap and I plug this in. That's step 1. Now step 2, got to go back there and scan a QR code with the SP app. So open the SP app, scan QR. Here's my rate, 65 cents per kilowatt hour. I got to change my credit card. Let's see if this one works and just click start charging. Says activating, takes up to 30 seconds. So up here, it shows preparing the charge, setting up communication with the car. I think it's good to wait to make sure that it actually charges and not walk away to a restaurant. Okay, So that took really about 30 seconds. Here you can see our state of charge is at 55%. And you can see the charging speed is around 49-50 kilowatts, which is what this DC charger is designed to do. Almost 4 minutes have elapsed, you can see how much we've charged over here. Right now, I want to talk about what I love about the KIA EV6 and some things that I wish was different. As we head forward to the front. Kia has built a great car, not just great EV. Great design, handles well, it is fun to drive, there are no complaints. The interior, the exterior is really well built. Another thing that I love was the blind spot cameras when you turn the turn signal. Very helpful, I love that feature a lot. The seat coolers, where you can cool your back, that is something the Teslas do not have. These are things I love about the car. Good storage space. Things that I wish was different. The frunk for me is really important. I would like to have a bigger frunk. This is already an improvement from the BYD Atto 3, which does not have a frunk. But the new BYD Seal will have one. Another thing for me is I'm a minimalist. For this car, I have to use a car fob. So you compare to something like my phone size, it's pretty big and it's substantial to keep it in my pocket. I'm someone who has not used a wallet for the past 3 years. So the best part is no part. I would hope that one day we get the Kia Connect app access. Because with the app, I can unlock my car remotely. I can actually turn on the aircon before coming in the car. And right now, here at the SP charger, if I go up and have a drink, I do not know what my state of charge is. And this console does not show the remaining charge time. Some do, some say 30 more minutes to charge. So right now, if I go away, and if my car is full, and I'm still having my coffee in the cafe upstairs, someone may say I'm hogging the charger, which is not my intention. So I think that an app is really important to have. My ask for the Kia team is, please bring us app support in Singapore. The last thing that I wish was different was price. This top of the range car is 290,000 Singapore dollars. You can get a Model Y performance for around the same price, and also many other good cars. The base version is more affordable at 250,000 Singapore dollars. However, if we are looking for EV SUV, there are also other options like the BYD Atto 3 at $175,000. So that's a $75,000 difference. It was something that Kia can do because this is a great car. It's a very good car. There are two factors beyond Kia's control. One, high COE prices. This is a Category B car. Category B in Singapore now is 120,000, a record high. Second thing is, hopefully we have more government incentives. While the government is giving a $45,000 incentive to buy EVs, some of those incentives may expire by the end of 2023. I wish that the government also has incentive for ICE car owners. So if you're switching from ICE to EVs, that there was also another incentive. That would really rapidly accelerate the transition to more sustainable energy. There are still a lot of ICE cars in Singapore. I've just completed 2 fun days test driving the KIA EV6. My car is parked right outside. That one was called a moonscape color, the silverish metallic color. This beautiful one here is a snow white pearl. So Kia comes in many different colors for the EV6. Who is this car for after trying for 2 days? It's a great car, it drives really well, and it's Kia's best car offering to date. If you're a Kia, Hyundai fan, or you're an EV adopter, definitely try this car. If you're looking for something a bit more budget friendly, of course there are more affordable options in Singapore, for example like the BYD Atto 3. This car has showcased that Kia is able to build a really good EV and car. And Kia doesn't get enough credit. If you look at the worldwide manufacturers list of top EV producers, you've got Tesla on top, then BYD, Volkswagen Group at number 4. You've got Hyundai Group. Kia and Hyundai share the same parent company, and they are helping accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. A great looking car, very sharp design, and this is very rare in Singapore streets. There are 2,000 Teslas in Singapore, around 200 Polestar 2s, but less than 25 of this in our country. So if you want something that really stands out from the crowd, this car is worth a test drive. You can come book a test drive by coming down here at the Kia showroom at Alexandra Road. I'm really happy with this car. I'm really impressed by all the features that it has as a driver. The progress that I hope that Kia will make in the future is just like how phones are no longer just for phone calls. Hopefully we see more smart features, more entertainment coming soon with this car, especially app access. Fingers crossed. Let me know what you think about this car if you had a chance to test drive or own one, whether you're in Singapore or other countries. If you found this video useful, please click the like button. hit subscribe, stay updated to more videos on EVs.